Alrighty, ladies and gents. Welcome crew. How are we? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome to the London session live stream. How are you, ladies and gents? Good morning, good afternoon, as always, a very good evening. Those of you who do follow me on IG may have noticed a little spelling blue in today's countdown. I initially had love stream, the love stream countdown, but I quickly changed that once I realized my mistake. So damn predictive text. But nonetheless, we are here. We are once again going to be looking at GJ and gold to see what we can come up with moving forward for today's London session. Before I get underway, guys, if you could, please make sure to hit the like button. Let others know that I am here, albeit a little bit late today, as per the usual on a Tuesday. And looking forward to seeing what we can come up with moving forward today on both gold and GJ. So obviously GJ looks like it's just taken a big dump yet again. Exact same scenario as yesterday. Pretty much just from us at the same sort of level. So nonetheless though, we will see what we can come up with. Wish you all a very pleasant and a very good stream. And if you could, once again, just hit the like button. TikTok guys, also, same to you guys. Appreciate you for joining. And without further ado, or actually give me one moment, just make sure things are all smooth on my end. You guys know I tend to have a few issues on my end. No idea why, but seems to be okay. So I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna start with the analysis moving forward on GJ. Alrighty guys, so looking at GJ, once again, we'll start in the weekly time frame. So the current weekly candle, well, it's forming a strong bearish candle, pulled back quite significantly now into that previous candle, which did close a long wick to the downside, closing up near its high. If we were to continue bullish, usually after a candle formation such as the previous one, closing as it did, grabbing liquidity from the downside and only to close up near its high, what's likely to happen on the following candle's price? Likely just gonna make a small lower wick of any and begin to pop up. But seeing now we've had a daily candle close back bearish and we are forming at this stage a strong bearish candle, it would be a catalyst to suggest that maybe we are going to reject this higher time frame resistance yet again and begin to head back down. So what we've got in the daily time frame now anyway is we do have the structure to the upside. Previous daily candle bouncing off this support, closing back bearish. Current candle is now forming bearish as well. We're just stuck in this 4-hour and daily range at the moment. Daily consolidation, which is a range on the 4 hours. We can see structure wise on the 4 hour we do remain bearish. We have rejected these highs, so we are still bearish in structure. We've just made that move back down to the support, and once again bouncing right off it. So I'm just going to mark in the most recent support. I'll change that to gray. The most recent resistance, that is the immediate range. Now we might have levels in between, previous levels of support that price potentially could pull back to, only to reject if we were to continue bearish. Let's go what we got once we go down to the M30. So the current daily is forming bearish. We've got counter probabilities in a 4-hour bearish. The 4-hour time frame itself is actually tapped into a target. So it's a matter of will this 4-hour candle continue and close back close to its low, or potentially create a lower low? Or is it going to continue to pull back? So once we go down to the M30, we can see what sort of levels we may have. All right, so just broken out of a support. We've literally just melted from the high. So I'm just going to mark in this previous support at that 19980 sort of level. We have not yet retested that. So that's what we are currently pulling back to. So at this rate, what I'm going to be looking for on GJ, the bias on the M30, well, the structure in the M30 is bearish. So therefore, what I do have is, if you're still using the previous weekly candle in terms of its direction to determine your bias, then structure-wise, or bias-wise, sorry, we are neutral. The higher time frame still bullish, albeit the candle is to the downside. Minor time frames, that being the 4-hour and 30, bearish at the moment. So if I was to look for buys, and yeah, it is bouncing off this support, so for me, it is potential level. Exact same sort of scenario as what I mentioned yesterday. Exact same thing played out too. I mentioned we want to form a little bit of consolidation at previous support. Price begins to pull away from consolidation, could be potential entries. So right now for the buys, I want to see us potentially, well, if we don't pop back down, if we pop back up to this 199,850, I want to see it reject, create a higher low within the micro trend from this support that we're just bouncing off from the 4-hour. Then as price begins to pop above that 199,850, close above it, clean traffic to the left, that point there, once again, we're likely to head back up towards the high of the 4-hour range. So for me, that is what I'll be looking for, potential buys above that level, but not if we just shoot from within this candle or the following candle, for instance, without any sort of pullback prior to it. Want to see it form a leg prior to looking to any sort of buy entry above that level there. So once again, right high, high low, higher high, that type of scenario if I was to look for the buys. Now as for the sells, guys, if we do pull back up towards that 199,850 only to reject, then I'm obviously going to be looking for my options to sell it. I'll be looking for my callous in price action. Maybe if we wick up only to reject and end up closing back below, that could be a potential option to sell it moving forward. Further options on GJ, potentially, yeah, don't blow upon continuation. I don't really see it right now. I think for the time being, that's about it, guys. We're just going to wait and see what happens at the open. And in the meantime, do hit the like button. Those of you on TikTok as well, thank you for joining. Don't forget to smash the heart button for your appreciation. And I'll move on to have a look at gold, guys. As always, if you have any questions, any charts, feel free to send those in. I'll get to those shortly. All right, gold looking a little better as far as possible opportunities, in my opinion, moving forward. Remove the drawings and let's get cracking with the top-down analysis. So looking at the weekly, now similar to GJ, but the opposite direction. The way the previous candle closed on gold was a bearish candle, long wick to the upside, lower high, lower low to the previous. A lot of the time what you see, what will follow that is seeing these candles grab liquidity from the upside. The likelihood of new counts pop straight down and continue down is quite a high probability to tap into a target, but right now we're pulling back. So that would suggest to me that perhaps we are going to continue to bounce from the current level. We'll see what we've got in the daily. We've probably got counter probabilities. Well, we've got the previous daily closing back a strong bullish candle right back up near that resistance, just consolidating on the daily. Current daily to break the high of the previous. Not sure if we've got much margin to the upside. We've straight into a resistance here. Let's see what we've got below the current daily candle's low. We can retrace that previous daily candle. So we are bullish in structure, mind you, on the daily time frame. Looking at the 4-hour, do remain bearish in structure on 4-hour by the looks of it. Yep, and pretty much the same point will flip at this stage. Actually, no, it's shifted to this point. Create a lower low just here. So this is our current range. We've got the resistance, which we've tapped into, that was late yesterday. And we've got the support at the lows around at 23.21. That is our 4-hour range. We're kind of just consolidating up near the highs of it after tapping into it on the 4-hour. So we're bearish on the 4-hour. We've got the daily structure as bullish, weekly as bearish onto the 30-minute structure, and that itself is technically bullish. And this stage will actually remain bullish until really, well, you got these wicks here. Technically it's that level there, but I would say I'd rather it clear 23.24, this support just here, in order to confirm, in my opinion, that it's flipped the structure. So it's a fair way off. What I'm likely going to be looking for now is we've kind of within the current daily form support just above the low being at this point here that I've marked in 23.43, 190. So if we were to continue bullish and we come back down to that level, what we should do is just form another support above it. I can look for my cues, look for my callous win price action for a potential buy above 23.45, 30. So that's what I'll be waiting for. See how price reacts to that level. Now, as far as a sell, what I would probably be looking for just now is either option A. I'm not going to buy it within this wick. I don't like that rejection to me in that previous bullish candle. Sellers came back in, we tapped into the resistance here to the left. So for me, the buys basically just back at that support. But what we could look for, option A for the sellers, if we do pop back up, only see yet again reject 23.55. And I've been looking for my signals within price action. maybe a little bit minus support to form, and as price begins to pop below, break below, close below minus support at resistance, we'll get options to look for a potential sell to take it back down towards the current daily count. Just play the range. Now, further sells upon continuation below the current daily count's low. We get a nice strong closure, similar to last Wednesday on stream. I think we had a 15-minute support just below the 30-minute support. So if we do get a nice strong closure below the 30-minute support, perhaps closing below the 15-minute level as well, we could potentially start looking for our sell options. Once again, it could be one of those limit order sells if it does begin to pop below that level there. So that is right now what I'll be waiting for. I don't think we're going to have the margin to sell below the current candle's low at the open. Let's just mark it in. Let's just measure it to see if there might be an option. If this candle does close a bearish engulfing candle without creating a lower low, yeah, I doubt it. I just don't feel like got the margin. It could be an early entry. We'll just see, because right now what we're essentially doing on gold is consolidating. There is little to absolutely, there is no direction at the moment. It's just consolidating. So when price is consolidating like so, what I generally look for is either clean move up and sell from the highs, or look to buy on the pullback, playing within the clean candles created on the way up, or vice versa, clean move down, look for buys upon support forming, give them a catalyst at the support to look for a potential buy, and if nothing else, potentially sell once it pulls back yet again, playing within the clean candles. That's the type of scenario I prefer to look for when we are in consolidation. Instead of predicting the first move, I don't like to predict moves. I'd rather wait for the confirmation, and it's a much higher probability setup and entry if that used to be the case. So that is what I'm probably going to be looking out for today at the moment. As far as what I'll be focused on, I don't see either gold or GJ really looking ready to do anything, but we'll see what we can come up with moving forward. YouTube guys, make sure to hit like button. Let's get a few more on the stream. Oops, sorry TikTok guys. So how are we all going? Is anyone in any trades right now? Any pairs you would like me to analyze, let me know. Let me say good day to the chat on YouTube first. Franco, good morning to you, my friend. Sharif, good morning to you. Lau, good morning. Taxi, Nelissa, that's exactly right. Good morning, Ian. Good morning to you. D-Dog, good morning to you. Elias, good morning, bro. And Dot, hope you're well. Mr. Phil, Naz 100, please. We'll have a look at that, Nelissa. Mr. Phil, so much noise in the markets with no confirmations. It happens. I'm glad you understand it, because most people think that you'd be in trades left, right, and center. I mean, here there would have been confirmations, but had you been on the chart or not is a different story. Structure is still bearish. It closed below support. That definitely would have been a confirmation for me to sell it, but I was not near a chart at that point. Further sells would have been very impulsive above that support. Yeah, so it happens. Sometimes that's how it goes. Mr. Steve Dean with the badge. The first YouTube member for the A.C.T. Forex YouTube channel. Welcome to you, my friend. I hope you're well. Rick, good morning to you. Franco, no trade so far. That is fair enough, my friend. TikTok guys, if you have any questions, don't be shy. So let me take a look at Naz, seeing that actually no, let me take a look at GU first. All right, are there any options on a GU? So let's remove the drawings and do the top down analysis. Starting at the weekly, strong bullish candle. So look at that, already above the high of the previous, already have a high, low, high, high. That previous candle was almost the doji candle, indecision candle, closing a weak bullish candle right at its open. Right here it's open, but we are now trending to the upside off the back of some news that I heard, or apparently from yesterday or overnight my time, or today overnight for you guys, that I think from what I'm hearing, the Bank of England are not likely going to be cutting rates at the next meeting. So that hence reason why there's some strength to the pound right now. Looking at the daily, structure is bullish. Previous daily closed a very strong bullish candle. We are at resistance though. Current candle has broken the high. The previous is now approaching its low. Let's see if we've got support at its low. Once we go down to M30, the 4 hours rejecting, but we're back at a resistance. All right, so the 4 hours at a very strong level of resistance that we're currently rejecting. We're now tapping into this level over here. As far as support, we're way off it. I might just mark in most recent resistance to the left hand side. All right, now I can adjust that because it lines up with this level of support just here. All right, so the M30 is also technically bullish and will remain bullish until a closure below 127.750 roughly. So for me on GU today, what we've done now, you probably could have been in potential sells already based off that previous candle, potentially. Easier said than done, obviously. Easier to say after the fact. But what I'd be looking for right now on GU is a little bit of support to form yet again. And if price does so and then begins to consolidate and pop below that support, or even pop back up to create lower higher only to reject yet again, there could be options to sell it from below the support. Otherwise, just simply be waiting for price to pop back down to the support around that 127.80. Expect that level and look to make house in price action and buy it back up with further sell options below this level here, 127.714. If price does pop below, we've got some clean traffic to the left. Be looking for a little bit of a bounce off the support though, create lower high, and then begin to pop below that support. So something like so. If we come back down, eventually get there like so, only pop up, create lower high, and end up coming back below that support, closing back below at 127.70 roughly. That could be a catalyst to begin to plan for potential sells. Now I want to neaten this up a little bit. Quite messy. See if we can draw a few zones in. All right, so we can see we have tapped into even a 30-minute resistance. What I want to see is, yeah, support form. So which it's trying to do. Can't really have this. I'm marking it a little bit prematurely, this zone, because we're not yet confirmed support. But if we do so, then I'd just be looking for a closure below it on the M30, and that could be a catalyst to sell. Now we've got 7 minutes. Let's knock off NAS quickly as per the request. Guys, you know, I take care of you. Request the pair or commodity, anything, currency, crypto, whatever you want. I take a look at it for you. All right, let's look at NAS. Starting once again the weekly, and based off the previous still, current candle is an inside bar candle, pretty much back in the open of the weekly candle. Previous weekly was weak bearish candle, previous daily candle closed back bullish, still respecting this support. Current candle is pulling back within that previous candle, very indecisive at the moment, but we are technically still bullish in structure on the daily, so you can use that to your advantage. The 4-hour structure is still technically bearish. We did reject the resistance where if we closed above, we would have flipped the structure back bullish. So that high time frame rejection would once again signal potential for a stronger pullback on NAS from that level. We've got 4-hour counter probabilities to the downside as well. Looks like it's making a clean move. We've got some pretty clean traffic to the left hand side. We are bearish in structure on the 4-hour. The M30 has also, by the looks of it, yep, it's flip bearish and won't flip back bullish till above these highs. So what I'd be looking at on NAS is very similar to GU. Just broken through a support. So if price did pull back towards that 18637, only to reject yet again, respect the previous high, then I would look for a potential sell to take it back down. Otherwise, if we begin to consolidate, form a support at current level, then it's just a matter of waiting for price to start to pop below consolidation, look for your catalyst, closure below it, and then we could be looking for sell options moving forward. But right now, if you're not in sells, we'll not be chasing it, just be waiting for it to either pull back up to sell it or form that support and close below support to sell it. Otherwise, what I'd be waiting for is price to come back down to this 18,440 roughly, and just look for a little bit of structure to form from that level, and we could potentially be looking for a buy, take back up. That could be more in MY type of scenario. Got some more support here at around 1850. Could bounce off that as well. That could be a potential level that price could pull back to. we'll be respecting the previous daily candle's low at that point as well. So we'll just create a higher low to the previous daily candle, bounce off that level there. So that is where I'd also be considering buys above. What did I do there? London session love stream. Anyone notice that by accident? I even look for sales blowout level. So if we pop back down to that support, only to bounce off a great lower high similar GU and start closing below 18,497, I'd be inclined to look for the sell options below that point. As long as we trigger in some buyers to create that lower high and only to wipe them out by closing back below it, then I'd be looking for sells to take it back down towards the weekly low at that point. And that is probably it for the time being on NAS. Buys above the resistance, potentially still running into that resistance. So hopefully that makes sense. Back to GJ and the gold. How long was that into the stream? About 25 minutes. Bear with 2 seconds, guys. We are a loving bunch here, A.C.T. Forex, that's for sure. Even to you, silent, my friend, if you're out there, I still love you. All right, now I've got that housekeeping out of the way. Paddle Pop, can you buy gold now on TikTok? If you'd like to, my friend. For me, not just now. So it's making a move down. Let's see how it closes in 2 and a bit minutes. I wanted to close well below. I wanted to preferably close below the current daily candle's low. Look for that sell option. So the 30 is closing engulfing, but it's obviously made the move within it. So it's hit target within this candle itself. There's no sells into the support just now. Patiently wait, and that's what we do. Steve, yeah, good morning, Steve. Rick, yeah, mentioned good morning as well. Franco, no trade. So yeah, I mentioned. Sorry, guys, read all that. Steve, you highly recommend the badge. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. It definitely will be worth it moving forward. That's for sure, guys, because you will get access once the VIP starts for the Discord. NY calls will be strictly for VIP members and YouTube level 2 members. It's like the light version of the Discord VIP, so it's definitely well worth it, and it gets you access to some exclusive content, some of which I'll be recording tomorrow. So Steve, might have some more educational videos ready for you tomorrow. Rick, gold might be short on next 30-minute candle. First retrace, then maybe short. Yeah, I think it's going to close at the support though. So I'd rather it close below it. Got the 15-minute support as well. So I really want a strong closure below, and looks like we're not going to get that just now. Yeah, we'll see what happens at the open. Tommy, good morning to you. Interested in popping on for a chat? Pedal Pop? All good, my friend. You're welcome to ask away. I just don't see any entries just now, but I mean, we're bumping, so let's see where it closes in 15 seconds. So it's going to close still within the gray zone. All right, so we got the opens popping down. Upper wick. You guys know exactly how I feel about that. So right now, I'm not interested in selling it. We'll see if it pops back up. We'll see what happens. If there could be a potential sell a little bit later on into the candle. Franco, Tommy, I've sent you guys links. Steve, if you're about and you want a link, let me know. Not sure, you might be on drop-off duties. And James as well, brother. I'm not sure if you're on the stream, but I've just sent you the link. All right, so gold's just popped down, straight down. Once again, we haven't cleared support. So what I prefer to see in this sort of instance is price actually pop down without creating the upper wick, break through support, then pop back up to create upper wick. Then if it begins to break for the second time within this candle, may look for a sell to take it back down. Just have to wait and see. At this stage, no clear entry. I've got that many bloody screens open. It's ridiculous, guys. I don't know where I'm coming or going. Oh, GJ rejection. Damn. Could have possibly been a cheeky little entry. No upper wick though, so it's a little bit dangerous, but way the previous candle rejected, just grab liquidity from the upside. But being London Open, it's always that probability. There's always probability in any candle that's going to pull back to create a wick in the opposite direction. More particular being the session open candles, they tend to have more volume.
Hey, good morning, Justin.
Good morning, Franco. How are you?
Yeah, fine, thanks. And you?
All good, my friend. All good. I got home to see GJ is dumped. And dumping again. Damn.
Yeah, GJ is, as you mentioned before, quite a bit above. Take sells would be a good possibility.
Yep.
But this was for me at my sleeping time. So no chance.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that would have been probably not a bad entry, just off the back of that 30. I wasn't paying attention. Was not on GJ, I was looking at gold, so that's all good. Gold is pulling back just now. Rick on YouTube, head and shoulders, right? What on gold? I mean, it's not confirmed yet. Not really, anyway. To be honest, I don't trade patterns. I mean, confirmation of that is when the neckline is actually broken, completely broken. But yeah, I don't trade patterns. That crap, to be honest. If you can use it to your advantage, but it's all well and good. Leo, good morning to you. Goats, good morning to you. Well, good day to you. Good afternoon to you. Good early evening to you, I should say. Triple I, double XIXI. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, so that's what I'm gonna call you. On TikTok. Not much, G. Hope you're well, brother. Welcome. Just waiting. So this is alright because gold is our level where we got potential entries moving forward, and it's just a matter of waiting yet again. We start to pop back above this support. We could have options moving forward for a potential buy. Just need to patiently wait. We don't rush into anything. Damn, GJ didn't make the move. All good. I like that because the rejection. Long wick to the upside, closing back with a very weak candle in a downtrend.
Okay, just a question to that, because
yep.
GJ is approaching at the end, or is at an H4 support here. So this,
yep.
So I was not, for me it was not too clear to take such a trade here because we are near at the support.
Yeah, that's fair enough. For me, there's still just enough margin. And the way that candle rejected, so you've got the 14 plus pips here, so you would have enough when you account for spread to get minimum 10. The way that candle rejected into time volume with the trend, the current daily is, since it's created the high, is just dumped yet again. So yeah, to me that would have been probably a valid entry, to be honest, had I been watching it. But all good, no excuses. I wasn't, so sit back, relax. Wait for a catalyst to buy gold potentially or sell it. So I'm not sending any orders to either side right now. At this rate, I'm just waiting. What I would really like to see if I was to buy it just now is Again, it's a free education, guys. So this is what this stream's about. It's not a signal service. It is about educating, showing you guys what works for me. If I get a chance to take a trade on streams, show it as an example, by all means I will. 100% I will. But if not, I educate so you guys, when you are away from the stream, can go off and look for these types of scenarios to play out yourself. So what I've been looking at right now on gold is this 15-minute candle closed a strong bullish candle, preferably back above that support. Now this is the buy scenario, followed by a little weak pause on the 15. What that's going to do is it's going to still close the M30 back bullish, back above this previous support after wicking down into the range below. Only to reject, so it's going to close somewhat like so. Then, as the new candle opens up, creates a tiny low wick. It's break above the high of the previous catalyst 30-minute candle, breaking that minor pause, minor resistance formed. Back above the support on the M15. Correlating with a high low high on the M30, then I'd be looking to buy it back up towards the current daily counters high. That was to be the case. So that is one option we can plan for. For the sells, well, pull back to create up a wick. I think if we reject and come back down, there could be options to sell it. Could be options to sell it because we've pulled back up towards the high of that resistance only to reject.
Justin, what about when you go to the M50 time frame on gold?
Yep.
Because on the left side you see there is a mess of candles.
Yep.
Yeah, this one here. So this I'm a little bit afraid of. So
yep. That's fair enough.
I would maybe wait at least that we reach this support and 50 support.
Yeah, and so
maybe.
Yeah, that's a good option. That's a good thing to do as well. That'd be what would be a better option right now is to wait for a really strong closure below it to cut through a lot of that mess to the left. Because yes, it could reject it. So if I had a choice to look for an entry right now, but the markets don't give a crap what we want. They're not listening to us. I'd rather buy it purely because it is not clean to the downside. So it isn't going to be easy to sell it, to be honest, into that. So therefore, maybe we're just going to be waiting for options to buy it at this rate. Otherwise, probably let it create that clean move to cut through all this mess. Maybe tap into this support. Show us that I can cut through those wicks and then pull back to look for his sells from higher up again. That is the strongest, well, the more high probability entry in my opinion. Let's just wait for 15-minute closure for the time being. BJ's still melting. Wow. So that is to do with the Bank of Japan intervention. They finally decided to intervene and not let this currency just completely tank, which it has been doing for pretty much since COVID. So let's have a look at the news. Let's see if it mentions anything here. Not here. Might do some on financial juice though. So either way, what we've got today moving forward, obviously it's a massive week we had yesterday. Services PMI, wow, came out worse. Manufacturing PMI came out worse than predicted. All right, so maybe a good signal, maybe potential softening for the US economy moving forward. Maybe potential cuts sooner than what people may have predicted. So we got job openings today. That's going to be a big one, and it's 2 hours into MY. Tomorrow, obviously, ADP. GDP for the Aussie dollar, for my good old Aussie. Let's check financial juice, because there was some, I did hear something about intervention from the Bank of Japan, and hence why the yen is now gaining some strength at the moment. If anyone has any news on that, you can fill me in.
Yeah, there are a lot of news for Bank of Japan there.
Oh, here we go. There's some not considering issuing CBDC with negative rate. Okay. CBDC will be one of the worst things that could happen to anyone, to any country, to be honest, any economy. Bank of Japan governor be responsive in case of significant yield increase. All right, so this is to do with all this. Yeah, so they're starting to intervene. So hence strength to the yen as we speak, and down is dumping against the yen. Let's have a look at UJ just quickly. Yep, so it's in making quite a big pullback right now. Yeah, so UJ looks like it could potentially come back down to 154.80 eventually. Since it's out of support here to the left. What's gold doing? On the flip side, if this 15 closes bearish, only to be followed by bullish engulfing, closing back above the support, that will also be a strong catalyst to look for a buy on the following M30. TikTok guys as well, if you hadn't noticed, I am streaming live on YouTube. Very risky entries now on gold. I think it's broken its own low, but I'm gonna hold back because I tend to agree with Franco, it's not the cleanest level it's at. Plus we've not yet had any exhaustion or pause on the 15-minute, we just burst through the support. I'd rather, just to feel more comfortable in the trade, wait for a little bit of a pause, and then I can potentially pounce. It's all well and good, you guys know, off late, most of the trades have come right near the end of the stream. I think we had one last Thursday, which was 30 minutes into the stream. Nice sell on gold. But other than that, most of the trades have late come towards the latter end of the stream. Don't go anywhere. There's still could be options. Need to patiently wait.
Justin.
Yep.
Sorry. On GJ, how you see it? Because price is breaking right now, H4 support. Do you see some entries below this?
No, we've got support to the left hand side. This wick to the left. So it's one of those ones where you just gotta ask yourself, sometimes it's the move's happening, you're not in it, you gotta accept it. It's already dumped 120 pips. Doesn't mean it can't continue, but what are the probabilities just now that it will continue? Because you're getting closer down to the support. You're at a 4-hour level of support right now, so you're within a wicks and a 4-hour. I would be looking at this thinking, well, if I'm not in from up here or from higher up, then I'm probably just best not to be in it and just wait for it to either pull back and look to sell it, or begin to form structure at these lows. And if we do eventually pop back up, respect this support, then potentially later on can look for buy options moving forward. But at this rate, I still rather sell off the back of the strength of the daily. You've now broken a lot of the previous counter probabilities to the downside. Just so happens to be at a level that I'm not so keen on selling it into, because it could reject. There is momentum, there is volume, but once again, that was the move.
I think it's clear that the market price maybe will dump down, and maybe it's good to wait, maybe for pullback, creating resistance, and then take sells from this resistance.
Yeah, I think it's probably the best option just now.
Good plan, yeah.
I think it's a better, safer option right now. And you want to be as comfortable as you possibly can be. You guys see me when I'm in a trade, I'm all chilled because I trust my analysis. I don't force anything. I just patiently wait for my signal and price action. That is what I'm doing just now, whether it be on gold or GJ, preferably at this rate gold, because it's just still respecting this level. So if we still end up closing back above it, so if this candle closes bullish golfing M15, for me this could be options. So we just need to patiently wait for our catalyst. We plan, we wait for our Q, or we wait for the routine. We'll wait for our Q, sorry, then we follow our routine, and the results will follow. No trades for me yesterday. Yeah, excuse me, yesterday. And I will be streaming live, or not streaming live on YouTube or TikTok, but I will be going live for NY today with the Discord guys. So once again, pretty sure I updated the link in the description on YouTube. So if you've not yet joined a free Discord, make sure to do so and join us on the live Zoom call. Same to you guys on TikTok. Jump across at some point and subscribe to the YouTube channel. On that channel, I drop regular or weekly educational content with the trade recaps. I go in depth over particular trades taken on stream. Not just winning trades too, because we're transparent on this stream. I reanalyze or recap some losing trades too, and how I could have gone about it differently, and how I managed the trade too, because I don't like to take a full loss. So make sure to jump across to the YouTube channel and subscribe, and also go into down below into the description and join the free Discord group, and you can jump in on today's Zoom call for your NY session, and we can have a chat. They're really chill, they're cool sessions. People ask questions, more people will jump on the mic. Once again, I prefer to look for buys right now on gold purely because of where we're at, but market can do whatever it wants. I can't just buy it because I want to buy it. Need to wait for a catalyst. Don't yet really have the catalyst to sell it as well. So we sit back, we chill, ask me questions. If you want me to analyze a chart, feel free to ask away, guys, and I'll have a look. Same applies to those of you in the TikTok right now. I appreciate you guys. Rick, I do not trade stocks, no. Right now, I'm not invested in any stocks. I want to invest, but I'm just a little bit concerned about the market being overbought, about exuberance within the stock market. The tech stocks are obviously NAS is at such high levels, and just from what I'm been hearing, I'll listen to a few different podcasts. I listen to Bloomberg as well quite regularly. BJ is still dumping. Look at that. From what I'm hearing, a lot of it a lot of so-called analysts or experts are predicting that eventually shit's gonna hit the fan. Money printers are turned off. So yeah, eventually stocks are gonna take a bit of a nosedive. So I'm on the sidelines right now. The only thing I'm happy to invest in is precious metals right now, personally, as far as a future investment. And I'm being quite open on stream. This is not investment advice, guys. None of this is financial advice. For those of you on TikTok, because I'll probably get it banned very shortly for mentioning what I'm investing in. But predominantly it's silver for me, physical silver. TikTok, the user 342, I'll call you. No, I'm not in a long. What I want to do is close back above that previous support, which is currently acting as resistance. Right now it's just dumping, but we're at another support here to the left. So I'm not all that comfortable with selling it below it. I need a pause. So I want it to, if I was to look for sells, I want to create a nice strong move. Preferably towards the low of these weeks, this support here. Then wait for a pause. Wait for a candle to close back bullish. And then I can look for options upon continuation, or maybe on a limit order sell next candle in Xauusd. I could potentially look for a limit order sell back at the low of that bullish candle. In anticipation, we're trending to the downside. Price is going to pull back to create an upper wick, tag you in. You're going to reject that level. Flips, you get to break even, start securing. And that could be another potential option. But maybe we just wait. That's all I can do right now. I mean, it's tapped into the support here to the left multiple times and it's rejected. Now trying yet again. So I just don't have a strong enough catalyst right now. As Mr. Phil said, things move. Or as he mentioned at the start in the YouTube chat, things are moving, but without the confirmations. So it doesn't mean we just enter because we think it's going to continue. I'm a really rule-driven, rule-based trader. So I stick to my rules because I know that's what works for me. And at the moment, I don't have anything playing out. So I just need to patiently sit my hands and wait. Goats. EG, sorry. I don't have any idea why anyone trades this pair, to be honest. Probably use it to gauge strength, which one's stronger against the other. If you're trading against the US dollar, if you're sort of a bit of correlation. Weekly is disgusting. At support, disgusting, that's what I'll call it. Look at that, daily in pure shit consolidation right now. Bearish structure, no direction. At support, 4-hour consolidating. Yeah, to me this is just not tradable at the moment. I wouldn't even bother with it. It might be better to swing trade it. I'm not sure about scalping this thing. Structure wise, the 4-hour is bullish. M30 appears to be bearish. I mean, the only thing I can see, bear with. Let's drag that across. Lines up previous resistance. So yeah, if I just look to trade the zones, trade the range. So price starts to pop back down to 85.10, only to reject. Or bounce off a little bit, reject, and start to close back below it. That's where I look for a sell. And if it comes back down to that area, only to form support above it, you're looking for a catalyst in price action to buy it. That is simply what I'd be looking at on euro pound. Potential buys above the resistance 85.20. There's a resistance formed on the way down yesterday within yesterday's candle. So if we were to continue bearish, do not need to break through resistance formed on the way down. If we do so, there's a high probability we will continue to the upside. So buys above 85.20, sells really anyway below it, and sells below the support at 85.10. Hopefully that makes sense. And the force be with you, and hopefully makes you some dollars later on. None of this is financial advice. Yet again, guys, just remember that. Purely for educational purposes. Gold's still a little bit indecisive, so we got 3¼ minutes remaining. Let's see how this candle closes. It does flip and close back bullish, back above this support. I'd be looking to buy it. If it doesn't, next scenario. So if this candle closes bullish, next scenario would be wait for a strong engulfing bearish candle. Now I can sell set a sell limit order back below this bullish candle. So at this rate, it looks like likely I'm not going to get an option on the next M30, but who knows, don't go anywhere because it could flip up in the next 3 minutes and end up closing above. But I'm planning ahead. As data prints, I reassess and I plan ahead for what could eventuate and patiently wait. That's what I do, and that's what I do best. Stick to the plan. Goats, all good, my friend. Let's see, it's trying to push back up. GJ just continuing on its merry way, so nothing for me on GJ. Or is there? All right. Don't like the fact that we're not really have much exhaustion. Well, I'm looking at GJs, so we've got a nice strong closure below the support. Most recent support. If I was to use the fib and marking the 50, that could be a level price on the new candle, could potentially pull back towards, tap in, and reject. So that, therefore, could provide a cheeky little sell option. The issue will be, let's see, where's the stop loss? Stop loss back above the high. You're looking at 40, around 36 pips. Yeah, I'm not all that keen on 36 pip stop loss, to be honest. Very GJ. How's gold closing? Yeah, not great. I'm gonna do about stop loss for GJ. The issue with this, just apart from the fact that technical stop loss has to be above the high of M30, M15, the other issue is managing the trade. If it does go against you, is not going to be easy because you don't have, for instance, a level where just say you could be breaking the previous 15-minute high, because that's where your stop loss is set at, or the 30 high. But you don't have a technical level where you can start cutting your stop loss early, like managing the trade, in my opinion. Strong closure though. Ram, love from India. Welcome, my friend. All right. DJ taps in. Have we got 5-minute structure anyway? Not really, we don't have much at all. Could be an option as it taps in. just trigger a sell, market execute a sell. Stop loss would have to be back above that previous support. In anticipation that this is the catalyst, we've got a strong closure below. May pull back just to grab a little bit more liquidity before we reject. Gold is closed below. Don't yet really have a catalyst in gold, to be honest. What did we do yesterday at this level? Bounced. This time of day as well, completely bounced off it. I'm contemplating a sell, guys, if it taps into the 50. Just gonna maybe market execute sell. Pop us back above the resist support. Hmm. 4 hours a little bit off-putting too. Just looking at it on all time frames because this 4 hours tapped in. Concern is now I'm trying to weigh it up now. Do I have enough confluences to outweigh the cons? Enough pros to outweigh the cons? Got the 4 hours tapped into support. We've got 30 minutes tapped into this level. Haven't really had much exhaustion, but we have broken another support. Obviously we are trending to the downside. Daily has lower high, lower low, so the entry will be just back above the previous daily candle's low. Yeah, 15-minute candle probabilities are going to be to the upside. I don't think I've traded GJ for quite some time, to be honest. Nasi, hi from Malaysia on TikTok. Good day to you. Welcome. Is gold going to form a support? Will we still get the options to buy gold moving forward? What is that actual level? It's around 280. Does he? No, I'm not looking to buy it on GJ. If anything, I'm looking to sell GJ. Gold, I want to buy it purely because I don't want to sell into support, but what it does, I have no control over. I can't just buy it because I want to buy it. It needs to wait. GJ, it is moving to the downside, so I might open a little position if it taps into that horizontal at 199. I'm going to look at around 280, 199, 280. Not financial advice, not investment advice, not educational purposes. And if it begins to flip now, I forget about it. I'm just going to market execute, but I wanted to tap in on the counter cranes upper wick. and the longer it takes to pull back up to that level, yeah, I'm not gonna look to execute it, because then the hourly could just pull back and close back above. That'd be my concern. I'd want it to happen pretty soon. Leo, good morning to you. And gold is looking like it wants to come back down. I want some sort of pause here. I really want to see a candle closing back bullish at some point. We ought to sell it, followed by a dump back below it to give me my potential sell limit. Yeah, not sure about GJ anymore, to be honest. I would have wanted to be tagged in very early. Now it's pulling back. $15 has not broken the high of the previous. See, if this candle closes bullish in the M15 and the following candle creates a lower wick and breaks the high of it, then we've got counter probabilities to the upside of the M15. At that point there is high probability the hourly is going to pull back further and potentially close back above it. Do I want to get stuck in a sell based off that? Probably not. Rick, you seen my video about the retrace candle? Perfect to go short on his script. Cheers, my friend. Yeah, this is a similar sort of scenario. Yeah, so it's now flipping, so that's not gonna happen. Apologies, guys. The entry was just there at the open, which I was focused on potential gold entries at that point. So, time being, I just have to wait. Can't force anything. Need to hold, sit tight, wait for the next catalyst. Gold still could bounce, still could reject. So, the buys right now need to wait for an engulfing candle closing back above. That would be my signal to buy it. The sells, I'd probably want this candle to dump and close a strong bearish candle, followed by maybe a weak bullish candle in the M15, and that could be my signal to look for a sell on continuation below the weak bullish support forming a bit lower down. JJ's flipped as well, so it's not valid. I'm watching at my MetaTrader. All good, guys. Don't go anywhere, because last Tuesday the trade was taken 9:30 AM UK time. I remember just before that time, after someone had a go at me for not trading, for just watching the charts, doing what I do best, is just waiting patiently, waiting for my cue. Simple. Not jumping in on anything less probable in between for the sake of it, because why risk cash on something that you're not comfortable being in? In my opinion, you just need to wait. A lot of the guys that come to me for coaching and mentoring have issues with, in the past anyway, with being very impulsive, over trading, not being able to control emotions. We iron that out very, very quickly, really quickly. So if you do have any issues with that, send me an email. I'll let you know the deal. Sultan from TikTok, you're from Kedai Amak. Nice one. Multicultural team. Good to have you. Nazi, time frame. Well, right now I'm looking at 30, but for me, I analyze the chart starting at the weekly for the candle direction, daily for candle probabilities and structure itself, for our structure and my zones. Also candle probabilities. M30 is pretty much the catalyst But within that, I can look to the 15 and 5 minute just to see what's going on to add confluence to any entries. See, right now, to me, gold has just made a straight move from the upside without exhausting. It's out of support. I don't feel comfortable selling into that. I'd rather see it, again, a bounce, a pullback, through in some buyers, only to wipe those buyers out by starting to pop below it. Haven't got none of that just now. So when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, probably should have been in somewhere up here. Didn't have my catalyst to sell it up there, so no problem. I just need to wait. I can't force it, can't jump in. I know if I follow my plan and stick to my rules, when I do get a trade, it's going to be a higher probability setup, and I'm going to feel comfortable, going to feel confident. And the guys in YouTube will vouch. I mean, how many trade? I mean, last week, I think every trade hit TP within like a minute or two with like 0 drawdown. I think one had like 2 or 3 pips.
Yeah, Justin, as you mentioned, I think the most important part is to accept that price is gone.
Yep.
And to wait for another possibility and not chasing at the end entries.
Agreed.
I think this is very, very important if you want to change something in your mind.
It definitely. Once you can realize that you don't have to always be involved, if you didn't get your catalyst or if you didn't tick the box in accordance to your rules, it's fine to miss out. And if you can practice that, just with patience and not jump in on anything that, you know, isn't within your plan, you're definitely going to be heading in the right direction moving forward. 100%. As far as your emotions and controlling them when it comes to sitting at the charts, you can actually watch and see the charts move without your confirmation and not get FOMO. For me, seeing I'm not in this move, I really don't give a shit, to be honest, because I know I just need to wait patiently. I started to get emotional about it. I like this. I stuff this. I'm just going to sell GJ now. And that's where you get wrecked. Wiener in TikTok. Yeah, that is GJ. So GJ right now, I need to wait for a pause, pullback. I was considering a sell if this wick tapped into the 50% of that previous candle. It rejected, unfortunately, below that. It's not unfortunately, it's just not to be. So it's not my trade. So the plan is correct, but it just didn't happen to pull back far enough. So it is what it is. Now I probably just need to wait for a proper pullback to sell it, or some structure to form at these lows to start looking for potential, maybe potential buy options moving forward. Gold, don't do this. I really prefer if I'm to look for sells, I really want this candle to close a strong bearish candle, not leave this big wick to the downside. Followed by a weak pause, a weak bullish candle, and then maybe I can look for sells upon continuation below the pause. At that point, you got the hourly, lower high, lower low as well on the next hourly candle. You can add confluence by using that, the hourly time frame. May. And I'm back gold now. Not financial advice, it's educational purposes, the stream. If you want, you can. I'm not. I'm just holding tight, sitting back, chilling, waiting to pounce if I get my option. Once again, those of you on TikTok, do jump across to YouTube stream just in case I get banned. Go on YouTube, guys, subscribe, and then go down below into the description and join the free Discord, and we can have a chat on a Zoom call for MY session later today. All right, so how we close in 15? Yeah. Need to wait now. It's not a sustained move, it's a trickle. Since we've now approached this support to the left, we keep bouncing back off it. Yes, we're closing bearish. But now the volume seems to be dying, or not necessarily dying, but we're having some trouble at the previous support here to the left. We're trying to trigger in some buyers, but we're not yet getting confirmation of support forming. So it still will not surprise me if we do bounce off this level. If that is to be the case, probably prefer it to actually tap into that 23.45 sort of level. A little bit of a pause, then pop back above, break above the resistance, and then look for the buy option. This just melts right now, and there really is nothing I can do about it. GJ, not a bad catalyst as far as the 15. Too far gone for me to sell it right now. I'm a really patient trader, guys, so you learn a lot about that on my streams. Yeah, man, thanks so much. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for joining. It's a lot easier if you're actually seeing it on the stream and listening in, because you might be getting FOMO right now and you may be considering making a rash, impulsive decision trying to sell GJ. And yes, it might make the move, but it's already pushed. Measured it before, more than 140 pips, I think. Yeah, more than 140 pips. It look kind of like we're a little bit too late to the party to try to be selling it just now. Once you realize that the move has gone without you, and you can sit back and chill and not get FOMO, once again, better for your development moving forward as a trader, 100%. So look at gold right now, it just keeps bouncing back up. Yes, we're closing bearish candles, but we keep rejecting. I have no idea what all this stuff on TikTok is. What is a goodie bag? Goodie bag, sorry, not a goodie. Goodie bag. I have no idea. Rowena, gold buy zone open. Not for me. It's not really a zone on the 30, it is on the 15. But we've just made a strong move to the downside, so once again, what I need to see is not just one candle closing back bullish at this stage. I'd rather actually create a little bit of a move up, reject, form a resistance, start to pop back above that resistance. Where I like for it to happen is around that 23.45, when we're back above that previous support here to the left as well. And that could provide my options to buy it moving forward. Dude, look at this. Once again, it's just pulling straight back up. What else do we got? What's GU up to? GU's broke that support? Oh. Could have been a potential impulse entry on GU. I don't trade it, so not for me. Yeah, GU is not bad. a weak bullish closure on the 30, coupled with a strong M15 closure. Use the lag. Lower high, lower low. That would have been not a bad entry. I don't know if it would have given you much margin, profit, but nonetheless, your stop loss would have been quite high as well. You probably would have got a 1-to-1. I don't trade GU. I analyze it, but I do not trade it. I pretty much only trade gold, but I also will trade GJ if it presents. I've not traded GJ for quite some time. Oh, EU's up. Interesting. EJ, so there we go. It's the end strength. EJ looking a bit better than GJ. You have some more clean traffic to the left. But similar to GJ, you've not yet had a pause really. It's just a straight move down with broken through levels. So on EJ, I'd rather it actually right again, bit of a pullback. Potentially where can we pull back to? We've just got this previous support that we broke out of. So I'll be looking for pullbacks towards 169.720. See how price reacts to that. For potential options to sell it. And if it does pull back to that level, create a higher low, and then we create the higher high. Could be bouncing off a higher time frame support at that point there. Create some structure on the minor time frame. We're at the 4-hour support that could be bouncing. If that happens, was to be the case, we'd be bouncing off. And that's when the buy options would present moving forward on EJ. It's one of those ones. Yes, it's moving strong to the downside. It's a bit late if you're trying to sell it, a bit late to the party. So I'd rather just wait for potential options to sell upon the pullback now, or for the buy option off upon the price bouncing off the support, forming some structure at the 4-hour level. TikTok guys as well, feel free to ask questions. If you want me to analyze any pairs, let me know. I'll happily do so for you. 7 minutes remaining in this candle. Right now, I don't see a catalyst just yet on gold to do anything. GJ, it's just not for me. It's too late to sell it. Focus is still gold, guys. I'll just keep an eye on gold. Anyone in trades right now? YouTube, TikTok, anyone own it? Let me know. When I saw my Instagram story before and realized I put countdown to a live stream, I actually had a little giggle. Damn predictive text at my phones. It must have assumed I was sending a message to the lovely lady. We do share love on this stream. And GJ is still dumping. Wow. I'm watching this on my MetaTrader. Next option for me and GJ is to pull back to 199.20. Previous support. Very simple. Exact same scenario as EJ now. Except I prefer the buys more so on EJ than GJ. GJ, you got this resistance, not much above the 4-hour support. Yeah, it's definitely all about sellers moving forward on GJ. Hoye in the TikTok chat, what time frame do I base trades on? The catalyst is generally the M30, but within that I'll look to the 15-minute to see what's going on for some added confluence, and also the 5-minute, but generally it's the M30. So if I'm waiting for for instance, let's just say closure below a zone or above a zone, for instance, it's based off usually the M30. But I still need to be wary of the levels we're at. reason why I wasn't interested in selling gold at that point there. You still had this support to the left.
Justin,
Yeah, mate.
maybe if you might take a look to EU, maybe there could be a possibility later for buys bouncing back.
Yeah. So EU, you're still technically bullish and you've pretty much tapped into support. Not quite, but well, you could argue you have, because you had a pause just there and it's formed support. Yeah, so this is the scenario where I start to look for my catalyst. Whilst it's still bullish, if structure flipped bearish, so closed below this one, whatever it is, 108.80 roughly, then I'd probably require, if I was looking for sales, buys lower down, I'd require a bit of structure to form, so high lows, high highs to trust it. But seeing where we pull back to the level where if we respect this level, we're still going to be bullish in the M30. This is where I can probably use the 15-minute time frame as added confluence. If this closed bullish engulfing, closing the M30 back bullish at that support, respecting 30-minute structure, that could almost be enough to buy it. So let's see, on the 30, it's not going to quite be engulfing though. No, it's definitely not going to be engulfing, but what you will have is 30-minute closing back bullish. So that is the catalyst I'd be looking at right now on EU. I'd want the next, you've got 2.5 minutes remaining. I'd want this candle to close bullish engulfing, closing the M30 back bullish, long wick to the downside. That would be my catalyst to buy it. That makes sense. So it's just a matter of where this closes. Stop loss would be below low of the previous candle, a little bit below it. It's the hourly as well, new hourly candle. Hourly's going to close quite strong bearish, but you're at that support, so I think that's valid. I think it's a valid entry. Emerald, A.C.T Forex, that's it. How are you, my friend? Welcome on TikTok chat. Good to see your numbers on TikTok are going up. Welcome, guys. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. So I don't mind this on EU. Again, I don't trade it, so it's not a trade I'll be taking. Wow, GJ's just still melting. Gold, yeah. Once again, it looks so simple, but within it, it continues to pull back. Fine, maybe now I'm just going to need to wait for some support to form lower down. We're still technically bullish on the M30. Let's go through it again. Look at the daily. The daily. All right, so that's a strong bullish candle. So what we could do now is use the fib to mark in the 50%, and let's just see what that lines up with. Now, the reason why I want to mark that in is because if price pops down to that level, we're forming a very strong bearish candle at that point. If we were to perhaps continue bullish, it is a level that I would anticipate we would respect. Trigger in some buyers, start to form some support on the M30 timeframe, minor timeframe, lines up with that structure flip too on the 30-minute. Start closing below these wicks at 23.30 roughly. You're going to flip the structure technically back bearish on 30 minutes. So the other scenario you could be looking at in gold just now is price pull back to that 50%, form that support, maybe consolidate for a bit, and as it begins to pop above and close above the consolidation, that could be enough. Also, you're seeing to the left hand side here, it's above resistance further to the left, so that would probably be enough to look for potential buys moving forward later on. However, if on the flip side we pop down to that level, bounce off it, only to start closing below it, and there's a good chance we may flip the 30-minute structure. Going to be more difficult selling it for a few reasons. You're selling it after quite a big move, you want to see exhaustion, plus you're selling it into some pretty choppy price action to the left. It's not the cleanest. So once again, in this sort of scenario, as tough as it might be, just sit here and watch things dump. That's what I prefer to do. Wait for it to cut through this mess, make a clean move through it, then you're waiting simply for pullbacks through back within that clean move to the downside. You're playing within clean candles, form that resistance, create that support as price begins to close below the minus support formed at a previous level of resistance. It's going to be a high probable entry, in my opinion, to look for a sell. So for education, guys, if you have not done so, please hit the like button. Least you can do. And that is potential scenario on gold moving forward. Dream's not ending just yet, so don't worry. Just planning, having a look. Wow, GJ really itching the bed. Anyone in GJ from earlier? Mr. Phil, I actually love to see EJ create that clean move down to break below 169 flat. That way it clears all the choppy price action it created on the way up. That way we can now have ranges for clean. Yep, I agree. I agree 100%. It cuts through a lot of crap, so now you're creating a new range. So you cut through levels of support. Now you're looking for pullback to form resistance wherever it may be, and not doesn't necessarily have to pull back that far. And then you got your new range between where it forms support and resistance with less data, or with no data at the time within it, very little data other than the pullback. You've got a clean range at that point, so it opens things up and makes trades, in my opinion, more probable. But it's having the patience to wait for that is the toughest part for the majority. For me, it is no dramas whatsoever. And no, I'm not interested in selling gold right now. Easy smile, I think it is, on, where's that gone? Sorry. Stewie Pearson in the TikTok chat, you're buying gold now? All right. I think you mentioned earlier. Yeah, message from a while ago. So hopefully you're managing your trade because it's still dumping. I'm not interested in trying to pick a bottom. I'm gonna say it's quite disgusting what happens when you try and we won't go there. But I'm not gonna try to pick a bottom right now. It's like trying to catch a falling knife. You just need to wait for some sort of confirmation because it could still dump. Easy smile, you open it, sell at 23.47. All right, looking good. Well, sorry, 23.47. Wow, yeah, you are looking good. Nice one. Nice move. Now, how are you going about managing it? Are you securing some profits along the way? Have you got your stop loss, trailing your stop loss in profit? Sorry I missed all that. I hope you guys are still there in the TikTok. Goats, have I ever traded gold Aussie? No, I've not actually. I think the spreads wouldn't be the best, to be honest. And man, gold and GJ is identical, both just dumping. Not getting much love from YouTube today. TikTok guys are outperforming you guys. Got more viewers on TikTok at the moment. Is what it is. Dumping. The EU closed, so not favorable, so it wouldn't be valid. Yeah, it's not closed bullish engulfing, hasn't closed the M30 back bullish, so we don't yet have confirmation of support forming. So until we have that confirmation from here, there's no trade. What I could do now is just consolidate. Again, sellers are trying to pop back in. And then be simply looking for, if you are to look for a buy, for a closure above, once again a consolidation. That could be enough for a potential buy. Once again, preferably at M30 closing back bullish, just to confirm that support, seeing that as my catalyst time frame. Using the 15 as added confluence for the buy option from that level. TikTok guys as well, don't forget to follow me if you've not done so. I will try to stream daily on TikTok. I'm definitely on daily on YouTube. If you can't find me, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just look up A.C.T Forex on YouTube. Subscribe, and once you subscribe, make sure to click on the Discord link, the free Discord, and come say good day during an MY Zoom call, which will be on today and tomorrow, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, for the Discord free group. And we analyze charts and look for trades together and do some education. It's really cool. It's really chilled. Everyone jumps on. We have a lot more people jumping on the mic anyway, having a chat. Man, oh man, look at this. Even the 5-minute pauses have not pulled back to tap into anything. Mr. Tommy Jordan, you'll know what I'm talking about. Just didn't even realize you're in the chat on the Zoom call. Hope you're well, brother.
Good morning, Justin. How are we?
We're really good. Just sitting here patiently waiting. Been a long day. How about you?
Yeah, same, mate. I'm actually going against one of your ideas, I think, today.
Oh, really? What are you looking at?
I'm looking to sell Euro USD.
Okay, nice one. I don't blame you.
Not from this level.
No. Upon a pullback or lower down?
Yeah, I want it to pull back and then I'm going to sell it.
Yep, I don't mind that too, because what you've got is the daily forming a strong bearish candle. So you could look for pullbacks within it and look for rejection. So it's not a bad idea. What I'm also seeing is the daily, and don't let me put you off. You got enough experience yourself, but the daily also tapping into that resistance. So that could be the target for the sellers, and if it bounces off, maybe it will end up flipping back bullish, closing back bullish.
Yeah.
But no, I don't blame you. You're looking for purely a tap into a certain level, or you know, wait for confirmation.
Whereabouts you are now. I'm looking.
Yeah.
This is going to be sort of more of like a swing trade. I think I'm going to try and.
Yep.
Thinking might have caught a monthly high. That's what I'm thinking of.
All right. So.
Monthly high.
Yeah. Let's look at the monthly. Okay. So you believe it's going to reject?
Yeah, I think it's going to come down for the rest of the month.
All right. It's at a very choppy level, so I mean it could. Interesting. I can see it. See how it goes.
I'm a little worried about news later on today as well.
Yeah, there's a fair bit as well. I think there's some.
I think it is.
Yeah, well, ADP. Who's that? No, it's tomorrow. Jolts, yeah, Jolts is today. Oops. Is there not some ECB news? I'm pretty sure I heard there was. Yeah, the monetary policy statement. That's Thursday.
Yeah.
So that's going to be quite a big one. Plus followed by unemployment claims 15 minutes later. So that's going to get nasty for Euro, USD, and for any of the majors for that matter. Have you taken any trades so far this week, mate?
Nothing as of yet, mate. I haven't really had my setups sort of form, so I'm just sort of chilling at the minute.
That's it. Same for me. The analysis is
anything
playing out,
yesterday?
but no, same thing. Analysis playing out, but just without my confirmation. To be honest, after the stream ended yesterday, I went off to make some dinner and just did the update video for the Discord, the analysis, and that was it. I didn't look at the charts after it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I'll be on for NY if you're about later.
Yeah. I'm about. What time do you normally come on, mate?
Probably about, it's usually about an hour to an hour and 15 or so prior to NY, pre-NY. So what's that, about around midday your time, 11:45 or midday,
Yeah, perfect. That's fine.
roughly?
I think I've got a call about 11:30, but then I'll jump in after.
All good, man. Whenever, no stress it. Be good to have a proper catch up. Thank you
Yeah,
to
that's
the
it.
followers, by the way, on TikTok. This is hard to keep an eye on both. I used to it. It's all good. TikTok probably ban me soon after, so won't have to worry about. Dumpy Dumpty today on GJ. So you use the new pair, tell me. Seeing you got better spreads on it.
Yeah, I don't like. I've sort of gone off GJ a little bit, just with like a lot of the BOJ sort of
Yeah,
crazy moves it does.
yeah, last few weeks.
Like even the past few months, man, I've just seen it like spike like 200 pips and all of a sudden just trace back out, and it
Yes, completely.
just wipes people out and then just trades as if nothing had happened.
Exactly. Good old GJ.
So yeah, I've just sort of been put off by it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't blame you. For me, I prefer gold.
Yeah.
I've not traded JJ all that much myself, especially since that bank holiday a few weeks back, when I think the Bank of Japan mentioned something about intervention, the FX, and that day, if you remember, GJ, every candle was like 100 pip volume or something, like minimum 60, 70 plus pips every 30-minute candle, which didn't make it easy.
Trading silver.
Oh, not trading it, mate. Not trading it. I'm a collector, so not financial advice, guys.
Oh, right.
I like the precious metals.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah, not under the bed though, so don't worry. But you can't, if you find where I live, won't find it here.
Stuffed under the mattress.
Yeah, be a rocky sleep. There'll be a bumpy sleep, that's for sure. A few silver bricks under the mattress. Things are just going to continue at the moment. Not a lot we can do. Just sit, wait, reassess. Gold is just has no, is doing what GJ is doing right now. Has no concern for previous support.
Justin,
Yeah, mate.
I think right now how gold is moving is not bad at the end. So
Yep, it's cutting through a lot of the crap to the left.
correct. So now I think we are waiting for a pause, maybe
Yep.
a resistance to create, and then maybe can take a sell.
Yeah, potentially that's it. A bit of a pullback. So, no, you're right. It's cut through a lot of that. So now it's just a matter of waiting for it to create a lower high. And that's when you can look to the left and maybe start to mark in levels. Got this one here around 23.39 as a potential level. Price could pull back to reject. So that's what I actually want to do just now. Whoops. I always do stupid shit like that by accident. All right, so For instance, we've got 23.38. That is a potential level now. Price 23.38.50 to 23.39. That is where I've been now looking for my sell option upon the pullback. Retest that previous support and wait for my confirmation. That could now also become my potential buy zone. So doesn't mean I'll just buy it if we close above it. What I want to see is price pull back, create a lower high on the pullback, then drop back down, higher low, higher high as it begins to break back above this 15-minute support. And that could provide potentially for some buy options moving forward. Potentially, because not only that, you guys remember what I mentioned a little bit earlier about the 50% retracement in the previous daily candle. We would be respecting that level. So that is a level, once again, I did mention that I would like to see if we were to potentially continue bullish and will flip back bullish in line with the previous daily candle. Is a level I'd like to see the buy step back into the markets and defend. So if we do begin to form structure around this point, there'll be possibilities closer to NY perhaps for some options to buy it. That is gold. Same thing on GJ, you just need to wait for a pullback. It's just smashed through levels of support. It's tapped into another level and bounced off it. Very simple on GJ right now. I'd just be playing in line with the current daily candle and waiting for the pullback within the current daily candle. Form a resistance at that previous daily candle's low. Very simple analysis on GJ, and that's probably all I'd look for moving forward today. Or coming closer to NY, unless come NY, by the time that 4-hour candle closes, if we close back bullish on the 4-hour, which closes I think the first hour of NY, the next 4-hour candle, and within it we start to form some structure. So what I mean by that is a high, high low, high high, high low, high high, for instance, closing the 4-hour back strong bullish. Then you can look for option A, potential buy upon the new candle cranks lower wick forming support, or option B, as price begins to break above the 4-hour candle to high, which does form support at previous level of support here to the left. To look for that buy using candle probabilities to the upside on that 4-hour time frame. That is what you could potentially look for in GJ. But right now I just trade with the trend, with the bias, which is now, is it officially back bearish? Well, the 4-hour is bearish, 30 is bearish. Weekly you can now say it's bearish, definitely. There's engulfing the previous candle, so I would say the bias has flipped to downside in GJ. So hopefully this is all making sense, guys. Oh yeah, on YouTube. For someone starting off, what pairs you recommend? I would recommend probably the majors, because what the majors will often give you is a really tight stop loss, a really gettable 1-to-1, and they don't move with as much volume or as quickly as gold or the crosses, exotics or whatever, such as GJ, EJ, and so on and so forth. So for me, I would definitely use the majors. You don't necessarily need to target 10, 15, 20, 30 pips if you're scalping in the majors. As long as you can get like a 6-7 pip stop loss, there's nothing wrong with looking for that 1-to-1, targeting that 6-7 pip TP. So the majors such as any of the USD, obviously the USD pairs, AU, EU, GU, UJ, whatever one I've missed. And that's what I'd probably stick with. Definitely not gold for someone who's new, and be careful with GJ. I'd go like the little sister of GJ, which is EJ. Still has volume, but it's not as crazy. Well, it does look at today, but normally a little less volatile than GJ. Okabo? No, I've not entered in trades yet. Everything's gone without my confirmation, so that's is what it is. once again, if you want to learn about patience and discipline and trading quality high probability setups, you definitely found the right place for that. Some days we'll get multiple trades, some weeks we'll trade quite often, other weeks we won't trade as often because charts won't give us our confirmation. But that's it, it's simple. Just follow the plan, follow the rules. Once again, it's all about creating good habits. You wait for your cue, follow your normal routine and stick to your rules, and then the results follow. Very simple process. I think that's pretty much it, guys. As far as I've been over the analysis, I'm not going to get anything right now. So it's a comeback around pre-MY and C for me. So once again, that's what I'd be looking at. I'd be looking for some structure to form from current level. For gold, if I was to look to buy it, I'd want price to tap back into the most recent support we've formed, broken out, sorry, on the M15. Reject it for the possible sells. And if we start to pop above it, if we first of all tap in, reject, and start to pop above it, then we could, and form some structure from the lows, then we could potentially look for a buy later on into MY or pre-MY. Don't chase it right now if you're trying to sell it, just wait for it to pull back. In my opinion, that's the best option. And very similar to GJ, I've just been waiting for it to pull back to 199.20, and as I mentioned before, the only time I consider buying it is once you got the 4-hour closing strong bullish in our direction of the buys, obviously, and within it's create some structure, high lows, high highs on the minor time frames, and that could all be your potential catalyst to look for a buy. But that's about it, guys. Once again, if you've not joined the Discord, guys, in TikTok, find me on YouTube. Just look up A.C.T.Forex on YouTube, and make sure to click on the Discord link, free Discord group, and you will get access to the Zoom call for today and tomorrow's MI session. You can jump on and have a look at the charts together. And yeah, to the rest of you guys, YouTube, thank you. Tommy and Franco, I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. So just in 2 hours, you will make then the NY session?
Just over 2 hours, probably about 2.5 hours from now.
Yeah. Okay, fine, thank you.
Not a problem. Cheers to you two. Hopefully catch you later. And to the rest of you in the YouTube, make sure to join the Discord if you're not done so, and also make sure to say g'day on the Zoom call for MI session. We'll see what we can come up with moving forward. Until then, tomorrow I'll be back on stream at 6:30 AM UK time on TikTok and YouTube. I'll see you guys then. Take care, have a good one, and until then, cheers my friends, stay safe, bye for now.